What's up, Victoria? It's me, Victoria, and let's talk about Trixie Cosmetics. If you are new to my channel, hello, welcome. My channel is focused a lot on loving my makeup collection as it currently is and trying to force myself to hesitate to buy new makeup, even if it is exciting and alluring and I think it's gonna work for me. Just like taking a second to pause before I buy it and looking at my makeup collection first. So if that's the kind of thing that you're into, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button. While you're down there, don't forget to like, and if you have the feature, hit the hype button. That helps me, I think. Like, I'm not really sure. I have not really seen the benefits of the hype feature for my channel personally. But I would love for you to be here, and that would be really fabulous. I will have a pinned comment. That comment will have links to support causes that are really important. And so if you have any additional funds to support those causes this holiday season, I encourage you to support them. I'm on Patreon and I have channel memberships if you're into that sort of thing. If not, no worries. I'm just so pleased that you are here. Trixie Cosmetics is a brand that I tried for the first time this year. I think in February or maybe March, I did a trying Trixie Cosmetics for the first time. You can go back and watch that. And then the brand saw that I did that video and they added me to their PR list. So I've tried a lot of Trixie Cosmetics products. We're going to do kind of like a casual me going through their products and telling you whether or not I think a product is worth it or whether I think it's not worth it. And I will be honest if I haven't tried a product as well, which there are a couple that I haven't tried, but I think I've tried most of the brand. And even though I do receive PR kindly from the brand, that doesn't mean that I like everything or feel compelled to be nice about every product that they've released, because I haven't liked them all. So I'm going to be honest with you. It also seems to me that there is a lack of Trixie content, at least on YouTube. I feel like they are more of a TikTok and Instagram brand. This is just to help those of you who are looking for maybe a little bit of a guide to buying from Trixie Cosmetics. The links down below, I will have stuff linked to them. They don't have like an affiliate program, so if you buy anything from them, I don't receive a kickback. I don't have a promo code with them. They don't really work like that, and that's okay. Like, no complaints from me there. It actually puts much less stress on me. Whenever brands give you a promo code and they track how much you sell, it's like, well, I won't be on this list for very long, which actually has not really been the case for me. Anyway, let's jump into some of the products. I have the website pulled up here for reference for me. I'm gonna go category by category through their catalog. So whatever they catalog it as, that's what I'm going to talk about. First up, they have the cream blushes. The cream blushes I do like from them, but only the shades that I like from them. There's something about that formula that is not as quite as good as another cream formula that they have, but it does work really well. I'm actually wearing the shade Honey on my cheeks today, very lightly applied. It's a very like natural, neutral looking shade on my skin tone. There's a slightly deeper one. They did a shade extension this year. The only two shades that I would recommend to you if you are looking for unique shades of blush. If you have fair, cool skin and you like a lavender blush, the shade Baby is like a little bit pink, but still lavender. Gorgeous, stunning, and I can't recommend it enough. It's been a blush I wore a ton this year. It just looks so natural on my skin tone, even though on some other skin tones it would probably not look very good. It's incredible. Then they have this yellowy orange shade called Pumpkin, which I think would look really beautiful on deeper complexions than me. I have cool skin, so like these like yellow blushes, I think it's a really cool concept, but I just like don't love it on my skin tone. And that kind of like bright poppy blushes are not really my thing, but I still think it's a really cool vibe. The other shades, if you find one that you like, I think that's great. And that has kind of been my experience. I really care about the shade that I care about, Baby, and I have now tried every shade they offer, and that is still the only one I care about. So I think that if you wanted to try this formula, just be very discerning about the shade, like which one will be the one that you think you will wear the most and love the most on your skin tone. If none of them do, this might be a category to skip, but if you find one that you like, it might work very well for you. Powder blush. I think that this is a category that Trixie really excels in. However, I think there is a caveat to go into it. It sometimes is really hard to figure out whether or not Trixie's made a product for her, for drag, or if she has made a product for a normal user. The cream blushes, I think, are for a normal user. They're not like incredibly pigmented. They're pretty intuitive on the skin. Powder blushes, however, they pack a punch and they are really nice and they blend out really beautifully. I have the shade Cult Classic. It's an awesome blush. If you love brown blushes, can't recommend enough. It also is adaptable. It's very deep, and if you have a fair skin tone with me, you just have to go in with a lighter hand and you can get a really gorgeous application of it. This is that whole clown makeup and like making clown makeup thing comes in handy. Like, I just think that it's really a technique thing when you buy a Trixie blush, whether or not you can make it work for you. If you're really heavy-handed with blush, and you like a lot of blush, then I think you will like this formula. If you are looking for something a little more natural, I would say try to buy a shade of this blush that is going to look more attuned to your skin. I'd also tried the blush that was in the Glamour palette from the Brittany Broski collab, and it was a beautiful blush, and it was a lot easier for me to apply, a little bit more carefree than the shade Cult Classic, which is like this dark brown shade. They're really lovely. They come in a cute heart shape. The compact's not heart shaped, which I actually kind of do like that the compact's not heart shaped, but the blush inside is heart shaped because it makes them a little bit easier to store and less annoying to store. I've depotted mine. If you are a depotter, these are really easy to depot. There's not a magnet in it, but like breaking down the cardboard and getting it out and also getting the glue off the back was very easy for me. Is it my favorite blush formula I've ever tried? No. But as far as like what Trixie Cosmetics offers and comparing it to things inside of the brand, definitely some of their best products. We're moving on to the best product that they sell. Hands down that this is the best product that they sell. Their cream bronzer is it. She is the moment. She is the diva. She is the moment. You have to put respect on her name. It is so good. This is one of the products that I think Trixie made for a normal person. When you apply this, it like melts into the skin. It gives you the bronze you want. I use the lightest shade, which is the shade Sunkissed. I don't typically love bronzers that have a little bit of orange in it. My skin turns everything orange. And this, just like when I put it on my skin, it just like melts in. It looks so amazing. I was so concerned when I saw the color. When I got it in real life, I was like, there's no way this is going to look good on my skin tone. I was wrong. And I wasn't even going to buy it to do in that first impressions video so long ago. A friend of mine, Elle Essentially, she's on Instagram and on TikTok if you want to follow her. When she caught wind that I was going to dive into Trixie Cosmetics, and she was like, I know you're not going to believe me, but you really need to try this cream bronzer. And she was so right. It enhances the skin. It looks so gorgeous. It's not matte. It's not glowy. It's just like the perfect product. It is so good. And I am not deeply passionate about cream bronzer otherwise. Like you won't go into my makeup collection and find a million cream bronzers. This is the one. I have tried a handful of cream bronzers. I've tried the Chanel one. I have tried the VIEVE one. I've tried a bunch of ones that are way more expensive than this. This is the one. The only thing I wish that they would do is maybe add some different undertones to the bronzer, like do a shade extension. I think that they go pretty deep. Obviously, I would always love to see as inclusive as possible, but I think playing with undertones in this formula would be awesome. I would love a bronzer at the depth that Sunkissed is with just a little bit of pink in it. Take it to the next level. But I love Sunkissed. I will keep using Sunkissed. Here's a real testament to the product. I've almost used it all the way up, which it's good. We should want to use our products up, and I'm probably going to use it within a year, like use it completely up within a year. That is unheard of for me and my makeup collection. That is how much I love this bronzer. It has been the bronzer that I've chosen with almost every look I've done this year. Whether I'm on camera or off camera, it is just the one. So if you were looking for an easy cream bronzer, I cannot recommend these enough. This is like a perfect product in my opinion. Now we're to a product that I only tried through PR, and I just want to be honest about that because that does change the context of my relationship with the product. But I bought the cream blush, the powder blush, and the cream bronzer all before Trixie Cosmetics ever sent me PR. Let's talk about the First Base Priming Spray. Another banger product. This is so good. It's so good in a way that it's a little bit elusive for me to describe to you. I like don't know how to like perfectly pin down what I want to say about it because I think sometimes I try to describe it and the way I feel like I'm describing it could be taken as a negative, but I don't mean it as a negative. This is a spray primer, which is not a type of primer I've come across before. It's not entirely uncommon. Smashbox popularized this format of primer. This is what's new to me. A spray primer feels very luxurious, even though that this is a kind of inexpensive product or like a more affordable product. There's something really luxurious about just spraying your face. It kind of cools your face down. It's like a nice calming thing to spray on your face, and I like to pat it into my skin after I've sprayed it just to make sure that like nothing dries down weird. So I pat it into my skin. It feels luxurious. I say I'd hold up the products if I have. I said we were going to keep it more casual, but maybe that would give my hand something to do. So here it is. It's gorgeous. It's in this beautiful pink bottle. One complaint I have whenever we talk about this is I wish that the bottles were different colors, not just the heart on the packaging. You spray it on your face, you get that little bit of cooling, very luxurious. I do want to also say maybe a negative. There's niacinamide in here. I know that not everyone's skin can handle niacinamide, so just know that going in. It blurs the skin. It perfects the skin before you even put on makeup. And I don't know how they do it. It doesn't feel like it's like silicone or anything. It's like just like my skin just looks better once I spray it on my face and it's dried. And so it kind of creates just the perfect barrier between your skin and the makeup, and it makes your makeup go on so well. And I think I have issues describing it because I feel like when we talk about primer. There's like two ways to talk about primers. When we talk about primers, I feel like there's like a fork in the road. It's like, do you have dry skin? Do you have oily skin? And then you walk down one of those roads until you get to the primer that you want. I feel like any skin type can use. I really like it. I have oily skin. I love it so much. Even though I received it in PR, I gifted it to a friend. She also really loves it. She thinks it's a banger product. And she has dry skin, drier skin than I do. Sometimes I describe it as like if it creates a film. It doesn't create a film. It's not like film forming. It doesn't clog your pores or anything. It's just like your makeup just wants to sit on it gorgeously. I don't know what it does. Like, I've not tried anything like this before. It's a great primer. And it's much more affordable than a lot of the primers I feature on my channel. So like, I also like to be able to like provide an option for people who want something a little less expensive than my like $80 or like $100 primer that I sometimes use. That's why I also really love it. It's just like at a great price point. It's also like an indie brand, a queer-owned indie brand. We love to see it. The other product in the Prime and Set duo, which you can buy them individually, is the All The Way setting spray, which you might be able to see here that I have almost used all the way. Interestingly enough, I just sang the praises of the priming spray. I don't know that people will be as wowed about this. To me, this really reminds me of the Urban Decay All-Nighter spray before they like messed with it, but it's not like an all-nighter product. To me, it's like the perfect setting spray to wear to work, to make your makeup last and look exactly the way you want with a beautiful skin finish. This also has niacinamide in it, before I forget to say. And then when you come home, it's gorgeous. It doesn't do like the blurring and perfecting that I feel like the priming spray does, but it's a very similar vibe. And I would rebuy it. Like, it's really good. But for some reason, it's like, this is the banger when we're talking about the two sprays. But like, I think this is a setting spray I probably will commit to in the future. I really like it. I've used a lot of it. It says 8 hours of wear, and I feel like that's really true. It's not for like vigorous things. It's like, if you're going to wear it to work, you're going to wear it to get brunch with your friend. But if you're going to go out all night dancing, I don't think it's the setting spray for that. But like, it's just like a normal person's normal day setting spray. And it's gorgeous for that. So that's what I would recommend it for. Like, if you're looking for like stamped on setting spray, I don't know that it really does that. It also, melts all the powders into your skin, and it has a beautiful natural finish. So no complaints, but doesn't like ring as, it's still in the best category, but like, not as much of a banger. Do you know what I mean? Like, not as much of a banger as this, which is all the way best. The ominous child is home, so we're probably gonna hear him bumping and stomping around, although it's almost nap time, so we might not hear him too long, but I'm just gonna proceed with the video. If you hear that, that's what's going on. The next category is powder highlighter. So I tried the cold shoulder one, which it doesn't appear to be on their website anymore. This is one struggly thing I find about Trixie Cosmetics. Not all of their products remain in stock all of the time, and they're part of limited collections, which I find frustrating because some of their blushes are really gorgeous and then they go away, which I understand is a sales tactic, but also like, why wouldn't you just keep making them? I also feel like a lot of people haven't gotten into the rhythm of like checking out what Trixie Cosmetics does. It's like really hard to get some of their good stuff. I feel sad about that. So the cold shoulder highlighter is not really there. I tried the one in Striking, which is one of the offerings that is currently available as I film, because it's part of their most current collection. These are for people who really like highlighter. Really like highlighter. If you like Star Spangled Sparkly highlighter, this is for you. If you liked what Trophy Wife did for Fenty, these are very similar to that. Big, sparkly highlighters. Also really good. It's like an eyeshadow, like if you want to just put it on your eyes. But it's not as delicate as like the Fenty Diamond Bombs, which is that really thin, very consistent sparkle that gives you that wet look shine. I don't find that these really do that. They're a highlighter's lover highlighter. So for me, it's not a real hit. But one thing I will say about the cold shoulder highlighter is that there was like a base to it that was like really shiny, that didn't have like the sparkle in it. And I thought that was really beautiful. I think if that was an offering, just like a regular like highlighter in a couple of different shades, I think people would really like it. Like just like something a little more basic, a little more wearable for everyone. I think that people would dig it. I would dig it personally. So while I don't love these, they're not bad. It's just like, this is like a product that's decidedly not for me. What I personally would like to see, Trixie Cosmetics, if you're watching, I would love a cream highlighter, a Trixie Stix cream highlighter, which seems like organic, like will be the next thing, because it does seem that their powder products tend to be like intense, impactful, and their cream products tend to be a little more gentle, a little more wearable for the everyday and not so impactful. So that's what I'm kind of hoping. I'm kind of hoping for something close to the Surratt Torch Lumieres. Trixie team, let's go pick up some of those and let's see if we can make that cheaper. That's what I want. Like I want that in a heart-shaped little thing. That's what I want. Let's move on to eye products. I don't wear lashes, so I'm not going to talk about the lashes. Let's talk about their eyeshadow formula. Unfortunately, this is their worst product. I know this is like one of their flagship items. Their flagship offerings is like eyeshadow palettes that are like cool and funky with cool color stories. Their eyeshadow formula is just unfortunately not very good. To me, it's too expensive for the kind of eyeshadow it is. Their eyeshadow palettes, I would pay maybe upwards of $20, and they often go on sale for around that price point, but I would never pay full like if you were interested in a Trixie eyeshadow palette, I would say never buy it at full price. Just wait till they drop the price, because they will. And then they will also send you a million emails and text you about it. Like they're gonna tell you. Unfortunately, I do think they have to mark them down because I think they need to really go back to the drawing board with their eyeshadow formula. It's not good. It's not even like the worst eyeshadow formula. Here's my problem with their eyeshadow formula is like almost every one of their other products are so exceedingly excellent. And it's crazy how good they are. And I don't think people try their other products because I feel like a lot of people when they're trying a new brand that offers eyeshadow palettes, I think they go straight for the eyeshadow palette, which I do not think you should do if you want to try Trixie Cosmetics. I think it's their worst item. You can make them work. And I think the other problem is, I think the formula for the way Trixie uses eyeshadow probably works quite well because she's like packing on eyeshadow on like a strip of her face that is so thin in the grand scheme of things. There's a little bit under here in her makeup style, and there's like that line of makeup, and it's just like, that is not how I wear eyeshadow. I need to blend, honey. Like I need it to like go on delicately, build it up, have some control. But it's like an all or nothing situation with the eyeshadows. Not only that, their shimmer formula, which is so crazy because those highlighters have an incredible sparkle to them. They are all more sparkly than any of the sparkly eyeshadows in any of the palettes I have tried from Trixie Cosmetics. It's like, that's an eyeshadow. Take that and put it in a square pan, put it in an eyeshadow palette, make a bunch of colors. You got a home run on your hands. Like I really truly believe that. I would never recommend a Trixie Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. I wouldn't turn to them. Even if you like the color story, try to find a brand that has a similar color story. I do love and prefer a much bougier eyeshadow experience if I am going to wear powder eyeshadows, which it's like honestly not even really what I'm doing much anymore. I'm doing a lot of like shimmer toppers. I'm doing a lot of like cream shimmer sticks. Like that's like kind of my vibe with eyeshadow these days. Like I will throw like a couple mattes down for dimension, but mostly what I'm doing is just like slapping on a little bit of sparkle. And that's really it. This would be like the most frustrating way for me to approach a powder formula. It's just not good. I'm so sorry. It's not good. Let's talk about their liquid eyeshadows. I've only tried one specific formula, and I don't know that they always have it. Oh, it's still here. So I've tried the Après Ski Stay the Night Shimmer Topper. These shimmer toppers are gorgeous. They are stunning. They are just as good as the Armani shimmer eyeshadows. If you've seen those liquid eyeshadows, they're really great. Here's the thing about liquid eyeshadow. This one really comes down to application. This is across the board with liquid eyeshadows. I think a lot of people, if you're applying from the doe foot directly on your eye and you're like swiping it on your eye, that's like too much. And like often I find that if I do that, like the eyeshadow doesn't really wear very well. But what I would like to do with that one, I don't have this product anymore because I have the Armani ones, and like the Armani 67S Sparkle is like almost the same exact as Après Ski. Like they are very similar. And I'm going to keep the bougie one. The one I paid $40 for, not the one I paid $18 for. But I really am happy to say to you, if you wanted to try 67S Sparkle, but $40 for a single eyeshadow is not in your budget. May I point you to the website in front of me, the Après Ski shade. The shimmer toppers, gorgeous, stunning, very sparkly, very impactful, much more sparkly and gorgeous than their powder shimmers. I really like them. I like to take a fluffy brush to the doe foot and then apply it to my eye. And when you do it like that, you get a much more dispersed topper look to it. If you do a swipe on your eye and blend out, you can also get it, but like you just have to like dot it. Like you need very little of this product for it to cover your whole lid. Unfortunately, I have not tried any of the Play pigments. I think I would like the Play pigments. I don't think they've released a shade that I have found useful. And I also don't know if the shimmer toppers are offered year round. I thought Après Ski was like a limited edition product, but I don't know. And I think that's a really infuriating part of shopping with Trixie. I've already mentioned it. I just want to mention it again because like I wasn't sure if Après Ski was still offered, but it is. Keep the shimmer toppers. Keep all of the shades. Trixie, Team Trixie Cosmetics, those are bangers. Keep them all. Make more. Send them all to me. I dare you. I double dog dare you. If not, I'll buy more. They offer some really lovely shades. The matte liquid eyeshadows, I've heard good things. A lot of my friends who do very colorful looks are very into them and seem to think that they work really well. So, but I can't speak to them myself, so I can't say anything about them. I haven't tried their liquid liner, but I have tried their gel eyeliners. So I've tried all three of the shades. I bought the white and the black, and then they sent the brown one to me in PR. I'm not someone who uses a lot of potted gel eyeliner. I'm a gel crayon kind of girl. Actually, the one eyeliner I do use only is Victoria Beckham Beauty's Satin Kajal eyeliners, and I have a bunch of shades in them, and I love that. These are really good. I'm not out here really doing like graphic eyeliner, but to do a little bit of a wing with them, they last all day, they don't crease, they don't look like dry and crusty on the eyes, because I really like them. But all I will say is I did try the white one. It does not have the same consistency of the black or the brown. The black and brown are really gorgeous and really easy to use and very intuitive. The white one, and I think this is due to it being white and having a ton of white pigment in it, and anything that seems to have a lot of white pigment in it, like pastel eyeshadows or white eyeshadows, this seems to be like a problem across the board. Like those white shades are always like a different feeling formula than the rest of a palette, and I think that's just the same for these. It was like much drier, much harder to work with, not as intuitive as the black and the brown one, but it is like a thing that not a lot of brands offer. Someone in my comments said that they add Duraline to it every time they use it, which is definitely a way to go. It'll make it a little more liquidy. I didn't find a lot of success with it. So if I'm really like breaking down the eyeliners, I do recommend the black and the brown one. The white one's a little bit more difficult to work with, but if you are looking for that sort of thing and think it will fit in and you are like that little bit of struggle to use it, that will round out the experience for you, then I think it would be worth it for you. I wouldn't recommend it to someone who's like, maybe I would like white gel eyeliner. It's a little bit tough. I didn't really love my time with it. And also it dried out much quicker than the other ones. And I do take a spatula and take out just what I need and put it on a metal palette and immediately close the eyeliners when I use them. I don't know, mine just dried out really quickly. Turned into a hockey puck really quickly. Again, Duraline could fix that from, what is the brand? What is the brand who makes that? If you don't know what Duraline is, it's like a rehydrator for makeup. And a lot of people who like project pan or get close to the end of a product that can dry out like this, they will usually use that to revive it. Something to consider if you have some dried out gel eyeliners. Trixie Cosmetics, perhaps a product that you should either formulate yourself or private label something similar. Call me, I have ideas. Let's talk about lip products. This is the shade Perfect 10. Come on, reapplication mid-video, let's get into it. So I have been wearing the lip gloss for a while and I have been talking a lot. So it was drying out in the center of my lips. I haven't noticed it doing that if I wasn't sitting on camera and talking for an hour. It's always unfortunate whenever you get the white ring in the middle of your mouth. But it's not so bad. It was really easy to wipe off and reapply. It was totally fine. Not all of the lip glosses are made equal, and I only know that because I received 2 in PR. This one was PR. I also received the Teletubby one. This one, not stringy, really smooths out the lips, looks really gorgeous, wears really beautifully. The Tubby Time one is a tougher color. I think, again, it has white in it. It's like a very pastel pink lip gloss. It's not entirely opaque, but it is a little bit opaque. For whatever reason, that one was so stringy. However, it did a weird thing where it would like set on my lips and then be amazing. So if you can like get through the stringiness of that one and you like that color, it's great. I don't see a lot of people having a place for that color in their makeup collection unless you're like very whimsical or you have fair skin and it would look really natural on your skin. But I think for most people, that one's an easy skip. The clearer lip glosses, like this one, which just has like a slight purple tint to it, really great, very wearable. Not something so stunning that I think I would go out of my way to try a Trixie lip gloss, but if they have a shade that like seems like something you couldn't find elsewhere, I think it could be one to consider, but it's not a wow. Let's talk about their lipsticks. I've bought one of their lipsticks and I also have been sent many. This actually does kind of come down to color, so I'll go down to the shades that I have tried. I had the shade HR Honey, a really gorgeous vampy lip if you're into a dark brown lip. I got Eden sent to me in PR, which is like a very light nude shade. That one was much softer and it kept bumping on the side of the like inside of the bullet. And so it was just kind of like scraping and denting the one side of the lipstick. Didn't love that. So I probably wouldn't buy Eden. When it comes to lighter shades of bullet lipsticks, kind of universally, that's been my experience with them. Like my lighter shades of any lipstick that I have multiple formulas of, that always ends up being the one that bumps the side of the bullet. So that's just kind of like a buyer beware. I thought it was a lovely color. It was great, but it was like that just does that to it. So there's a matte formula and a buttercream formula. I prefer the buttercream formula. It has a little bit of sheen to it. It's a little more comfortable on the lips and it's just much nicer. I just don't love a matte lip look, but I also really do like their matte lipstick formula. It's pretty comfortable. You get nice pigmentation without having to like rub it across your lips many times, which I think that with a lot of matte lipsticks that are bullets, you can run into that, like that they will like be like harder to apply at first to get the pigment. I like the component that the lipsticks come in. Again, I have some. Let me show you. A nice heart-shaped lip component, you know, it's really cute, very gorgeous. It's very alluring, very cute to look at them. However, if you do use like an acrylic thing to hold your lipsticks, it won't fit in the little square. So that's just something to note. I actually got rid of my acrylic square holder thing because a lot of my lip products didn't fit in it anymore, and it was I can't hold on to this anymore. Here's what I would say overall when it comes to lipsticks. I think they're really nice. I think they have some nice offerings. I don't know that either formula is something I would 100% go out of my way to try, but I think they're really good, and if one was calling to you, I think you will like it. I would recommend the buttercream one. I'm more hesitant to recommend the matte, but that would be like any lipstick brand. Like it wouldn't matter where. I'm not wearing a lot of matte lip. Oh, my favorite shade, I do like HR Honey Cherry Chip. That's their most special shade that I've tried. Gorge. And it's in the buttercream formula. Amazing. Beautiful, like ox blood. Ugh. Looks so good. And if you have like nice full lips like I do, she is the moment. Let's talk about their lip liners. So I have a couple of the lip liners. This lip liner formula is quite interesting because I don't think that the lipsticks nor the lip glosses feel like very draggy makeup. I do think the lip liners are. Trixie, as a drag artist, really overlines her lips, and that's like part of the gig. And of course, like a lot of drag queens do, but like Trixie's almost comically overdrawing her lip line. And I think that these are really formulated with that in mind. They're kind of like when you apply them, they're kind of tacky. They kind of have a little bit of a stick to them. They do eventually dry down, but when you immediately apply them, they're like kind of tacky. And I typically, if I am using a lip liner, like a little bit more of a blurred lip line. So normally I'll apply my lip liner and then I'll take my finger and just kind of like blend it out after I've applied my lip liner. These set very quickly. So they're like kind of no nonsense lip liners. And that's an interesting thing just to kind of experience, because before I tried these lip liners, I hadn't experienced anything like that. However, I've tried other lip liners since I've tried this for the first time that have felt more similar to this. So if you like a really distinct defined lip line and you don't really like a blurred lip line, these might be really great for you, especially if you want your lip liner to last 100 million hours. Like these lip liners are no nonsense, no joke, and I really like them if that's what you're into. Not typically my thing, but I kept some of them. I think some of the colors are really gorgeous. May I recommend Cherry Chip again? The Eden lip liner, the Glamour lip liner, they're very nice. Like all of the lip liners colors are very nice. I think the first one I bought, like they sometimes, I don't think they do this anymore. When I bought mine back in the day, earlier this year, they also like did like a duo, like a bundle duo. I feel like the first lip liner I tried from them, the one that I bought, felt old. Like maybe it had been sitting in the warehouse for a while. I find that the dark lip colors are not always the thing that sell the fastest whenever you're buying from brands. So I could definitely see that. But what was interesting is like I bought the HR Honey Duo, but the lip liner that was called Fashionably Late, which they also have. So I don't know. I think something weird happened there. I'm not 100% sure about that, but every lip liner I've gotten since has had a much nicer feel to it than that one. So I don't know what happened there. So they have this glossy lip stain formula. I got it in PR. Do I have one down here? I think I decluttered all of mine, which I guess kind of tells you everything you need to know. First of all, I'm not a lip stain person. If you know someone who likes lip stains who have tried these, I would listen to them over me. Here was my experience with them. The one I opened and tried was called Berry Demure, I think. The darkest one. I don't really wear a lot of lip stains, so I was really only testing one to kind of feel it out. I think this kind of product is very popular in K-beauty. It's kind of like a lip stain, but it's kind of glossy at first, and then as the gloss wears away, you kind of are left with a lip stain. I could not get a consistent application of this whatsoever, which is also why I tried the deepest one, because the deepest one in any kind of lip formula is really going to show you how the product works. And perhaps if I tried one that was closer to my lip color, I wouldn't have seen all of that, but like it felt really patchy, and I think that the lip gloss part, or like the glossy application process was the part that I was having issues with. And not that I really want a dry lip stain that doesn't have gloss to it. I would prefer something like this. Like the idea of this is really lovely to me. It just felt like I would apply and then I wouldn't apply super evenly. And then I would like, if I was so like I would try to be so intentional and it just would never work for me. Like I could not get it to go on in an even way. The glossy finish wasn't glossy enough for me, so I would apply more, and I think that also gave me an inconsistent kind of finish. It just wasn't for me. I tried another lip stain product that it's like currently in my testing drawer that I liked a lot more. I'm not a lip stain fan. The only lip stains I have gotten have been sent to me in PR. It's like not a look I really care for, and I just don't like applying that kind of product. I like things that I can apply kind of messy and carefree, and I don't think lip stains fall into that. And I think that they tried to make it a little more approachable with the glossy application process, but I found that even more infuriating than like a really dry lip stain. So I just can't win with the lip stains. That's all the makeup that I've tried, but I also have the eyeliner brush, and I also tried the brushes from the Teletubby collection. If you like a synthetic vegan brush, theirs are very good, especially the brush blush from the Teletubbies collab, which you can only buy. I don't even know if they have this anymore. You can only buy it in the set whenever you could buy it. It's very lovely. It picks up just the right amount of blush to apply. Even her formula, it was fairly unfussy to use. If you're looking for really quality brushes that are synthetic and that work really well, I really like their brushes. They're really good. I don't need more brushes, or else I would buy the really cute case with all the brushes in it. So, you know, something to consider, Trixie Cosmetics. Whenever you send me all of your shimmer toppers, you can also send me some more brushes. Would love to try more brushes. Anyway, I think that is it for the best and worst of Trixie Cosmetics. If you are looking to make a purchase from Trixie Cosmetics, I hope that you found this helpful. If you want to see me applying some of the products, I would refer you to that original first impressions video where I'm trying everything on camera. Please excuse how my foundation looks in that video. I was trying a new foundation and it didn't work for me. So God, this is a new lighting setup for me, and I can see every dust particle in my room, which is sad and doesn't feel good. I'll tell you that much. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to hit the like and the hype feature if you have it. I'm on Patreon again, and make sure you check out the pinned comment to support people in need. That's going to be it for that. What is this? That's going to be it for me. That's going to be it. Who is she? That's going to be it for me. Thank you so much. What's going on? Thank you so much for watching. Remember to follow your heart, and you'll find me. And I'll see you in a video very soon. Go forth. Tits out.